So now that Diana Taurasi and Caitlin Clark aren't competitors, we can see Diana Taurasi and Caitlin Clark basically like are almost reincarnations of each other. Unpopular opinion, that Caitlin Clark is not going to reach the level of sustained greatness of Diana Taurasi because she's not playing in the league till she's 42. Caitlin Clark, I reckon Caitlin plays 10 years in the WNBA. I reckon she plays 10, maybe 12 years in the WNBA. I don't see Caitlin Clark playing in the WNBA past the age of 35. And if she does play past the age of 35, I don't see her playing in every single season. There's going to be at least one season. I reckon there's going to be at least one season off for some reason in the middle of that. I don't see Caitlin Clark. I know Taurasi took 1 year off, but I don't see Caitlin Clark playing until 2036, or 2046, like Taurasi did. Or say 2044. Not gonna happen. Like Caitlin Clark, if she does that, I will be nearly 50 years old when Caitlin Clark retires. And you're going to be seeing a nearly 50-year-old Irish man yet ranting into a microphone. It's bad. It's sad enough when it's in your 30-year-old. It's going to be pretty bad when it's in your 50-year-old. But either way, Caitlin Clark and Taurasi are mentality-wise the most similar. Caitlin Clark's the most similar match to Taurasi mentality-wise. Like everyone's like, oh, Paige is Taurasi's daughter. Man, Taurasi had that dog in her, as we've said. Paige, you can either say Paige doesn't have that dog in her, and if you want to argue that Paige has that dog in her, it's either that dog in her is a golden retriever. No, not a real dog, not a dog. And heck, if you want to say golden retriever might be a little bit too aggressive for Paige. It's one of those little tiny dogs that those socialites in 2000s used to put in their bag. But yeah. Anyway, this is Taurasi on Caitlin Clark, who obviously they were going to get on. And obviously, they were going to be rivals at the start. And obviously, Taurasi is freaking Taurasi.
Me and Caitlin are really good friends. We get along really well. We've had some great interactions. I just absolutely love what she does on the court, off the court. When I watch her play and the way she goes about her business, there's this seriousness about it that I love. She's taken this game to new heights, and it's been amazing to watch and follow her. And it's only going to get better for our league and for Caitlin.
And yeah, like that is a big thing. And this is something that I didn't even realize this was there. Like I saw this tweet. I literally just saw this tweet when I got to my grandparents today. Like this was always going to happen. This was always going to happen. Like I think a lot of people thought that there was some like hatred or resentment towards Caitlin Clark, and there was competitive. I'm not going to say competitive. Like there was competitive resentment, but with Taurasi, it was definitely coming from a place of you're not better than me. You're not better than us. The mercury, like let's be real. Sophie Cunningham's talking about how players were trying to physically rough up Caitlin Clark. Well, yeah, the mercury did it more than anyone. Sophie Cunningham, that was her job, was to be physical with Caitlin Clark. Like, there's a difference when it's on the court. And the one thing is, like, regardless of whether people like or dislike Taurasi with some of the stuff, the whole reality is coming and the way she was in interviews before they played the first time. Like, everybody knew, win or lose that game against Phoenix, just the way Diana Taurasi and Brittany Griner went out of their way. And like that's the reason why it's like, regardless of what anyone wants to say about Brittany Griner, like I will always have respect for Brittany Griner. I'll always have respect for Taurasi. I'll always have respect. I think Tash Cloud's done some bullshit. She's done some bullshit since then. And like it's not even about, it's like just on a human level. I think any of the players that accused the 18,000 fans at the Indiana Fever Chicago Sky game at the start of the year making monkey noises, like I think any players that went into full-on accusations towards 18,000 fans who were, by all accounts, did nothing. Who, by all accounts, did absolutely nothing. Yeah, like, no, I think any of the players that were on that bullshit, no, like, maybe my positive sentiments towards them are gone. But, no, when it comes to Diana Taurasi, like, Hooper. Absolute Hooper. One of the GOATs. And it's good to see. But let's be real, like Taurasi and Caitlin are the most similar players. And that's one of the things where it's like, why it's always so funny is the old fans, they will like celebrate Taurasi for doing something, and Caitlin will do the same thing. And it's like, they'll call her a school SH00TER, or they'll say, they'll write think pieces about how Caitlin Clark needs to be kicked out of WNBA. And people are like, man, Diana Taurasi, like Taurasi literally is Diana Taurasi. Like there's no other way to describe it. Taurasi is Taurasi. But yeah, it's a but yeah, it's just like it is what it is when it comes to Taurasi. And it's good to see her talk positively about Caitlin. Glad she's finally saying this. She didn't need to. Like, Kate, I think it was Taurasi who called open season on Caitlin in the first place. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Open season on Caitlin Clark happened when she got chased around the court like this. That's when open season on Caitlin Clark happened. Every single player was going to want to destroy Caitlin Clark last season. In fact, I think you can make the argument that Diana Taurasi made it okay. Diana Taurasi gave the vets the all clear that she is not the devil. That she is not the devil. Like, do we not remember Caitlin at the start of last year being like, no vets are giving me advice. Like, they're like, oh, because everyone's seeing vets giving Angel advice, everything. She's like, no vets are talking to me. No vets. I'm like, no one's saying anything. They just want to kill her. And I don't mean that in an off-the-court way. I mean that in a competitive way. And then it seemed like after the Taurasi situation, after All-Star break, that like the attitude towards Caitlin Clark changed entirely amongst players. And I don't think, and I even mean this, I don't think there's any real personal resentment towards Caitlin, or there's any hatred towards Caitlin the person. I think there's hatred towards Caitlin in general, which is different than Caitlin the person. But yeah, it's something that was important. That Diana Taurasi game, June the 30th last year, 29th. All I remember, it was the day after Taylor Swift. I went to see Taylor Swift in Dublin. But yeah, it's a good thing to see Taurasi talk like Caitlin, or talk about Caitlin like this, because at the end of the day, like we saw from the very start, wonder if she's going to be at the game when they play Phoenix Thursday. Probably will be, to be honest. Like, we've already seen, like, even before that, Steward was very pro Caitlin. And Taurasi was incredibly pro Caitlin when Caitlin had another year of college. As soon as it was like, okay, I'm going to have to play Caitlin in a few months, then it went, reality is coming. And you know what? Reality came to Diana Taurasi when Caitlin absolutely cooked her. And again, Taurasi making a funny joke about reality is coming to me at the NCAA tournament meant like, okay, yeah, it's everything's there. Deep down, they all found jealousy just came out sometimes. Like, I think there's a big difference between competitiveness and jealousy. Like, I think there's competitive rivalry versus or / resentment. I think there's you're not better than me at basketball, I'm going to show you you're not better than me at basketball. I think that's very different than the league is better without you, or we want you gone, or they're watching for me too. There's a big difference between them. But anyway, yeah, that's the video. I'll see you guys.